All right. We had a little technical difficulty on the other live, so we want to make sure we get it right. All right. So I'm at a little stoplight real quick, so I got a second to peep down at you guys. If you hop on live, let me know where you're coming in from. Definitely like giving everybody a shout out if I can. If this is your first time riding with me, yes, I'm driving, thus the seatbelt. So my eyes, once this light turns green, will be on the road, not directly on the screen. If you hop on live, let me know where you're coming in from. If you know I'm coming in from Houston, rainy, stormy, flooding Houston today. And so for everyone, or for first-time visitors, my name is Randy Johnson, and what I do is I teach network marketers the mindset, daily habits, and secret sauce to building a network marketing business. And so today, a lot of my messages are geared towards network marketers. However, if you're not in network marketing, you definitely can grab some value from it, and I hope that I give value each and every day. If you do get some, make sure you drop a like or a comment. If you know someone, tag them if they could use the message. So what is courage, or what courage really is, and how do you trigger it? How do you trigger courage? How does that happen? And so hey, good morning, Marcus, man. Hey, big shout out to Marcus. Hey, we got it in this morning at the gym. But what is courage? All right, so a lot of people, when they think of the word courage, they think of like a firefighter, or they'll think about some type of superhero, someone who does something extraordinary, who does something miraculous, like, they saved, someone who was drowning or something like that. And yes, that takes courage, and that's courageous. But here's what courage really and truly is. And I don't know if you've ever been broken down like this, but courage isn't the absence of fear. See, in order to have courage, fear has to exist. All right, there's an element of fear that has to exist, which means that, hey, I'm a little bit nervous, or I'm a little bit apprehensive or scared to do this, or to do whatever it is. But where the courage part comes in is, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, I'm going to step out. Some people call it faith. Some people call it just an energy, or some people call it like, hey, I'm just going to do this. Okay, so it doesn't have to be in some grandiose or some grand fashion that you display courage. It could be like, hey, if you're in network marketing, it could be like, hey, you know what? I'm a little bit nervous to walk up to a stranger. Okay, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go say something. That's demonstrating courage. That's courageous. Okay, because it steps you outside of what's comfortable. The element of fear or the unknowing has to exist. So if that exists and you move forward anyway, that's acting with courage. Okay, it's not the absence of fear. It's not like, hey, that person wasn't fearful at all. No, if they weren't fearful, that wasn't courage. That was just them doing their thing. Okay, most people aren't fearful of driving, so that's not actual. That's not actual courage taking place. It's like, hey, I just do this. Okay, a baby who's scared to fall but says, hey, I'm going to get back up anyway. Yeah, that's courageous. All right, so how do you trigger it? I don't know how many tips I'm going to give. If you got a pen and paper, you might want to write it down. If you don't, I definitely come back to this point in the video once it posts, and make sure that you grab the information. So a lot of people who know me today think like, oh, you're pretty courageous, man. You're always stepping out and things like that. Like, wow, you're an outgoing person. No, not always the case. Very introvert. Very shy, very kind of to myself of a person, and you kind of have to go back a ways to know me to know that. But how do you develop it? How do you trigger courage? Well, one, the first thing you got to do is kind of, what's your self-talk? What's your mental talk? If you always say, hey, I'm a shy person, or I'm scared, or I'm nervous, that's what will manifest. That's what will be in your mind at all times. It's like, hey, I'm a little scared, I'm a little nervous. Okay, instead of saying I'm scared and nervous, you can replace that and say, hey, I'm courageous, I'm bold, I step out, I'm resourceful. Whatever it is that you need to manage in your self-talk to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? The second thing is when you find yourself in a moment, okay, of doubt or fear, and you know it's there. You know it's there. You have a choice. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous. When that exists, go do it. Okay? Go do it. Sometimes you may make a fool of yourself, but more often than not, you'll look at yourself and be like, you know what? That wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And typically, most things aren't as bad as you think they're going to be. You just have that in your mind where it's going to be real bad. What I will also do too is I would get around, and this is tip number 3, get around people who are courageous. I remember when I was, trying to get outside my comfort zone, I would imagine myself being someone like a Cesar Rodriguez. I don't know if you know C-Rod, but guy's a beast. I would imagine myself being that guy. What would he do? Or I'd imagine myself being a Ray Higdon. What would he do? Or he would do X, Y, and Z. Well, then I'm going to do it too. Okay? So imagine yourself, put yourself outside of you and say, hey, what would this person do? If they would do it, I'm going to do it. Okay? So that's pretty much about the tips I've got. I mean, just work hard on yourself. Every day, do something to push yourself outside your comfort zone. And just like a muscle, just like anything else, over time, you'll develop it. And people will be like, wow, you've changed. People who hadn't seen you in years, they'll be like, is that you? Are you serious? Hey, listen, you all got to grow. Everyone has to grow. Everyone do something that makes you uncomfortable. Because if it makes you uncomfortable, it makes you fear, the higher the fear, the higher the uncomfort it is, you need to make sure you go out and do it. Period. Period. All right? If you're looking for the latest updates of trainings that I do, make sure you head on over to meetrandyjohnson.com. Enter your name, enter your email. We're coming up real short on the 100th Facebook Live. And I'm going to be releasing something that I've been working on. I want to make sure that we help you guys out, give as much value as possible, because I want to make sure that everyone has a thriving, great business, one that's booming. Okay, so I've been working on this. I know that you guys are going to love it, and everyone's going to be like, wow, where was this all my life? All right, so make sure you head on over there, either your name and email, and I'll make sure that we do that. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully the rain is not as stormy. I don't really watch the weather like that, so you guys let me know. All right, take care. Have an awesome day.